As the year 2024 ends and we move into 2025,
हमारे अखबार वाले भी लिखते थे पाकिस्तान के पास भी न्यूक्लियर है, तो हमारे पास क्या है भाई? ये दिवाली के लिए रखा है क्या?
जो समर्थ होता है उसके लिए अति हार मायने नहीं रखता।
राष्ट्रपति मीना क्या कहते हैं कि हमारे सेना के जवानों ने दिखाया।
India stands at a critical juncture in its defense journey. Today we bring to you some path-breaking achievements and breakthroughs India achieved in the defense sector this year. As the world witnessed a changing military landscape marked by a dynamic geopolitical shift, India marched ahead with renewed vigor to become a strong, secure and self-reliant nation. This was evident by the resilience which India showed when China knocked at our doors with thousands of troops in Ladakh. India refused to kneel, forcing China to come to the dialogue table, which eventually ended the 4-year-long border standoff. In these years, India also ramped up its defense production capabilities to reduce its dependency on foreign countries during times of crisis. The efforts bore fruits as 2024 became the most successful year for defense indigenization or Atmanirbharta in defense. This was a sign that India was fast transforming itself from biggest arms importer to arms builder. There was a record increase in indigenous defense production in value terms, with defense production touching a record high figure of rupees 1,26,887 crores. This was a growth of 16.7%. What was significant was that around 20.8% of this production came from the private sector, which is a positive sign for India's future defense journey. The record defense production also led to soaring defense exports, which witnessed a growth of 32.5%. The defense exports touched the mark of a record rupees 21,083 crore, which is approximately $2.63 billion. India is also eyeing the target of defense exports of rupees 50,000 crore by 2029, which will club it with top defense exporter nations. To achieve this, the government released the 5th positive indigenization list consisting of 346 items. This means that the Indian Armed Forces will exclusively source the listed items from domestic manufacturers. The items in the list include highly complex systems, sensors, weapons and ammunition. This will give a big boost to Atmanirbharta in defense and will significantly minimize defense imports. Before this, the government had released 4 PIS comprising 4,666 items, giving impetus to local manufacturing. Apart from this, to make India a hub for manufacturing sophisticated military platforms, PM Modi inaugurated the C-295 Tata Aircraft Complex facility in Gujarat. This facility will be a game changer for India, which will revolutionize its aviation industry. This will be the first time that an Indian private company will manufacture tactical transport aircraft. India is also working on force modernization through capability development. Cognizance is being taken of the high-tech war fighting equipment being developed and used across the world, especially in active war zones. Talking about our northern neighbor China, its aggressive military posture both at land and sea is not hidden from the world. To counter this, India is building infrastructure at a rapid pace in border regions, which includes the construction of 470 roads of approximately 27,000 kilometers. The focus is on the development of defense-related infrastructure, including force preservation assets, operational logistics infrastructure, piloting of troops, the establishment of forward connectivity and anti-infiltration system, and the development of aviation-related infrastructure. PM Modi also inaugurated the Sela Tunnel project, which is being constructed at an altitude of 13,000 feet, built at a total cost of rupees 825 crore. The tunnel will provide all-weather connectivity, boosting the preparedness of the armed forces and augmenting the socio-economic development of the border region. India is also working on the Nyoma Mud Airfield project located just 46 kilometers from the LAC. It is built at an altitude of 13,700 feet and will be one of the highest fighter bases in the world. Apart from infrastructure to counter China's expansionist designs militarily, especially in high-altitude terrains like Ladakh, India built light tank Zorawar. As India's heavy tanks were not designed to operate in high-altitude regions, Zorawar will fill up this gap as it is suitable to fight in these conditions. This year, it achieved a major milestone by firing several rounds at different ranges at an altitude of more than 4,200 meters with consistently accurate results. Further, to counter China's hegemonic design in the Indian Ocean region, India is working on increasing the power profile of the Navy. This year, it commissioned the second Arihant-class nuclear submarine, INS Arighat. The submarine has the distinction of having the indigenous systems and equipment which were conceptualized, designed, manufactured and integrated by the Indian scientists, industry and naval personnel. The Navy also inducted the latest multi-role stealth-guided missile frigate to Shield in its arsenal. Armed with a range of advanced weapons, it is designed for blue water operations across the spectrum of naval warfare in all 4 dimensions, that is air, surface, underwater and electromagnetic. The Navy also happens to be the flag bearer among the tri-services for defense indigenization with over 133 ships and submarines. Having been built and commissioned in India to date, the Indian Navy continues to propel the domestic shipbuilding industry's growth by supporting self-reliance in defense manufacturing. It remains the key pillar that supports the growth of the Indian shipbuilding sector, with 63 of the 64 warships planned to be inducted into the Navy being built in India. The Navy also raised the stature of India globally as it garnered international and national acclaim, consolidating its position as a preferred security partner and first responder. It acted as a net security provider in response to Houthi shipping attacks and rising incidents of piracy in the Western Arabian Sea. The Indian Navy deployed over 30 ships in the region and has responded to over 25 such incidents. The credibility and swift actions of the Indian Navy saved more than 400 lives, irrespective of the nationality of the crew. As of November 2024, Indian Navy safely escorted over 230 merchant vessels carrying over 90 lakh metric tons of cargo valued at over $4 billion. This year, India also tested its first long-range hypersonic missile. With this, India entered the list of only a handful of nations which have supersonic capabilities. Interestingly, this missile can reach Pakistan within 2 minutes of its launch. In addition to this, a lot of progress was also made in the development and testing of sophisticated missiles. These include the new generation Akash missile, the Agni 5 missile with multi-independently targetable re-entry vehicle or MIRV technology, and the new generation ballistic missile Agni Prime. Apart from this, as space is becoming a new emerging military frontier in today's hybrid warfare, India conducted its first ever space exercise, that is Antariksh Abhyas 2024, to integrate its space capability into military operations. The government also launched the Gaganyaan program to demonstrate its human spaceflight capability in low Earth orbit. The manned spacecraft will be launched safely for an orbital mission of 5 to 7 days, followed by safe re-entry and recovery on Earth. Talking about military diplomacy, as India's global stature is rising, there has been a considerable increase in diplomatic activity undertaken by the Indian Army. Presently, the Indian Army is engaged with 118 countries through various defense cooperation activities. 4 additional new defense wings were established in Poland, Algeria, Ethiopia, and Mozambique. There are a total of 39 joint exercises in which the Indian Army participated, with the addition of new bilateral exercises being planned with Egypt, UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Cambodia. The Army also increased its global engagement and diplomatic footprint by deploying 5,200 military personnel for various UN missions. The year 2024 also marked the 10th anniversary of One Rank, One Pension, which was implemented as a significant step towards addressing long-standing demand and reaffirming the nation's gratitude to the heroes. Over the decade, lakhs of pensioners and their families have benefited from the landmark initiative.